Hello. In this session, we will be learning about Android notifications. You have always been receiving notifications on your Android phone in one way or the other, or for one purpose or the other. Now, it is time for us to put a developer's hat and try to understand notifications from a developer's perspective. You receive a notification in the notification area, which is a small area at the top of the screen. Sometimes the notifications will actually overlap on top of your existing app that you might be working on. This is called basically a heads up notification. Now, this is implemented through the concept of giving priority to your notifications. Not only that, you can also add actions to the notifications like reply and archive. But these things can be done only on Android 7.0 and above. Once you have a lot of notifications, you can pull down a section from the top of the screen. Section is called as notification drawer. Now, with the introduction of Android Oreo, concept of badges or dots have been introduced with notifications, right? You receive a notification in the notification area, which is a small area at the top of the screen. If you think in terms of anatomy of a notification, you typically use two types of images for small icon and large icon. You don't always use large icon as per the Android UI guidelines. You use them only if you want to show some kind of person's image in a chat application. Then you have the title and the description. As we move along, we will be actually creating a notification based on these concepts. But other than that, you need to be aware of concept of channel ID, which has been introduced in Android 8.0. Developers call it as channel ID, but from the end user's perspective, these are called notification categories. So let's have a look at how they actually look from the end user's perspective. What you are looking at now is Android 7.0 emulator. On this, if you go to any app's notification setting, you will see that there are options like blocking all the notifications, show them silently, or override do not disturb. You can actually access these notifications even from the notification itself when they actually come. Now, the next topic that we'll be learning about is pending intent. In this lesson, we'll be mainly concerned with how to go about the implementation of the overall notification and notification navigation. It basically has three steps. The first one, you need to get started with the registration of the notification channel, and then you need to construct the notification itself. And to do that, you use various types of APIs that are provided by Android. For example, for the registration of the notification channel, you use channel ID, channel name, both of which are strings, and then notification channel. This notification channel is an API which is provided by the Android system. To construct notification, you use some more APIs like notification manager and notification compat.builder. A notification compat.builder comes with a lot of helper methods. You set the title, small icon, description, basically the various placeholders that you typically want to fill with a particular information when the notification actually gets rendered in the device. And this is only about how notification should look like when it gets triggered. The remaining part is what should happen when you click on the notification. Ideally, it should actually maybe get to one of the activities in your application. And to do that, you use a few more APIs like Notification Manager and Pending Intent. So broadly speaking, there are two sections here. The first one is the construction of the notification. And the second one is the notification navigation. Most of us are pretty straightforward because they are just APIs. You just need to be familiar with the setter methods. That's all. A little bit more tricky part here is pending intent, which needs a little bit more explanation as to why we can't use a normal intent. Why do we need to use this new thing called as pending intent? So we will spend some time in this lesson to understand the whole idea behind the usage of pending intent. If you recall, you basically have three components in Android application. That is an activity, a service, and a broadcast receiver. Your application need not have all of these, but generally speaking, these are the main components which actually get triggered using intent. All of these components come under one single monolithic process, that is the application as a whole. You trigger each of these different components that all live within an application using intent. So to do a normal intent should be more than sufficient, right? But notifications are slightly different. Handling notifications comes under the OS control. It is not actually under the app control. Of course, you can trigger the notification. But what do I mean by handling notification is how it should be shown, how long it should be shown, in which area of the device it needs to be shown. It's completely a different service itself, which is under the control of OS. You don't have much control over the overall management of the notification in the mobile device. And that is why you cannot use an intent to trigger a notification. When you basically do this, you need some kind of mechanism to hand over the handling of the notification to the OS. But before you hand over the handling aspect, that is the navigation, you need to tell the OS how this navigation is supposed to happen. To do that, we basically use pending. The pending intent is same as intent, but to be triggered at a later point in time by someone else, and in this case, typically the Android OS. And that is why we use a pending intent.